Now, usually when anyone hears the word root canal, for most folks, myself included, your eyes kind of just glaze over.
Yeah, root canal is a scary word out there in the general public. You're 6 times more likely to be afraid of root canal therapy if you've never had one.
Hi everybody, we're here with Dr. Scott Sayer of Advanced Dentistry. I'm Clay, I'm Director of Marketing and Community Communications. Today we're going to be talking about a few things that can really change and benefit the dental experience for patients. All right, I'm excited, let's dive in.
Thanks Clay, it's a privilege being here, and we're going to talk about the GentleWave, which is revolutionizing how we do root canals, and it's just creating a much better patient experience.
So one of the things that we hear a lot is, yes, the dental industry has advanced a lot. There's a lot of new, amazing kind of fancy equipment out there, but how does that benefit me and my experience as a patient?
Well, that's a great question, and that gets to the heart of what we do right here at Advanced Dentistry. The patient's comfort is our top priority. We have a traditional approach to root canals that really has been out there for a long time, and this is just revolutionizing how we do root canals.
Before we kind of really zoom into what this advancement can do, can you give us a brief overview of the more traditional approach that has been used for years?
Sure. So the traditional way that we did root canals is to take a file, and many of them, maybe 10, 15, and start to enlarge the canal. And our problem is there's not just one canal. There's deltas, there's little areas of bifurcation. Think of your root canal system like a road map, where you've got a parking lot and a small road and a large road and a highway over here. And that's really how the root canal system is. And so we would try and take our files and clean that system. It's just not workable. And we also removed a lot of tooth structure. So we would weaken the tooth every time we would do this root canal procedure. And one of the other problems that we would always have is with these files, we would force bacteria and debris out of the canal. So that would create the possibility for infection, reinfection, more pain, discomfort, longer healing times, and just a myriad of problems for the patient who had a root canal.
And that's how with the traditional approach. Now, does this new approach address all of those concerns?
It does, and it's just a fantastic way to actually clean or sterilize the tooth. This system uses advanced fluid dynamics. It uses multi-sonic ultra cleaning. That's actually Sonindo's term that they use. We have 9,000 RPM in a fluid vortex that is cleaning the tooth everywhere, all the way into what are called the dentinal tubules. We have an electron microscope that we can see obviously very small things, and we can actually tell how clean and that the bacteria is out of these teeth. Also, this system uses negative pressure, so we're never forcing anything out of the tooth into the tissue surrounding the tooth. Which was a problem before. A big problem.
Okay, so you're using sound waves, fluids, negative pressure, so it doesn't actually create pressure in the tooth, to actually clean out and essentially sterilize all of those root canals.
Yes.
Wow.
So then our filling technique, we have to do under pressure. And so by leaving the debris with the previous technique, we're always forcing things out. Now we have a totally clean tooth, and so with our pressurized systems to fill the canals, we're not forcing anything out into the tissue. Okay, so let's zoom back into how that feels as a patient, for your life. Is the healing time less with the GentleWave? It seems to be much less. We have less pain medication that needs to be given, fewer antibiotics, less healing time. The patients are able to go back to work, and just a much greater experience. And when you add the other technologies that we have and IV sedation on top of this, the patient can come in, have a great experience, not remember the procedure, and be finished in less time than what the previous root canals. Less pain, less problems, and less post-operative issues. Oh wow, so the answer is yes, all this advancements in technology and equipment does indeed benefit and drastically change the patient's experience. It does. Better outcome, better procedure, and happier patients. Thank you so much for talking to us about this. This has been actually pretty fun and very illuminating. I appreciate it. Well, thanks, Clay. It's always a pleasure to help the patients, and GentleWave is going to revolutionize how root canals are done and the patient's experience.
If you'd like to know more about IV sedation and how it can change the way you think about visiting the dentist, give us a call today.